Good morning. It's Lori, the armchair chef. Echo, turn my lights on. There we go. That's much better. I missed the party last night. If you guys weren't aware, Camille is going to be hosting a party once a month. They're going to do it on the first Tuesday of the month, and she's going to invite people to join along and crochet something in 2 hours. Yeah, I was invited. I was sleeping. But that didn't stop me from watching and making something. Yeah, I used the pattern and I used some leftover yarn that I had from another project that I'm going to show you. And I made a blanket helmet. That's what her pattern was. If you use thick yarn, it became a blanket helmet. And so here's my blanket helmet. It is, I did now, I wasn't in the competition. And so I came in after they'd already started it. And so I was listening to them do the video. And they were talking about how it wouldn't be as hot if it was not half double crochets. So what I did was I did the half double, I did the double crochets. So it wasn't quite as hot. It only has a little bit of ribbing, little bit of ribbing. It is the, what is this called? This is the Honey Bunny in all these different colors that I used for another project. I had two of each of these in four colors, these four colors. And so some of them, this is all the white I had left. So I used this. And then I had some green and some little scraps over here, and then some purple and blue. And so I just did the hat. And I meant for it to fold up. And I used my plush for the border so that it would look better than just being plain, because it's, never even. It wasn't even. And I cinched up the top. Now the top isn't too bulky because you go down to do 5 single crochets at this end of the project when you're doing it. And that way it doesn't make it as bulky when you cinch it up. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do anything with this end or not, but it is finished. So I actually can wear it a bunch of different ways because look at all those colors. So it is finished. And I like it this way. And it's a just a little floppy hat. It's not too tight, covers my ears, and it's probably warm enough outside. But I didn't know if I wanted to put a little something something on this end that flops down. Wasn't sure, but I got to show you what the project was that I made with this yarn that this was left over from. I had been showing you a project that I made that I didn't finish. Let me see if I have it in here. Yeah, it was to go with my green jacket. This was the project I was making to go with my green jacket. Did not like it. It ended up being stiff. And so I stopped doing this one and I started a new one. And I used the Honey Bunny in the different colors. So what I decided to do is I showed you the project as I was making the scarf part. I did the scarf. I did white in the middle. And this end, I did the green and the purple in equal just sizes, I guess. And then I did the red and the blue over here. Well, then I wanted to put the hat on it. And I haven't showed it to you since I did the hat, the hood. So what I did was I started with the red, and all I did was make it flat with the red, then the purple, and then the green. And then I sewed it up the middle like this. And I put the plush on the edge of it around the front of the hood. That was my scarf. So it actually matches this hat. However, It's not necessarily a shawl per se because of the way it is. It doesn't like come close, but you could wear it over your shoulders. But if you wore it like this and put it under your jacket or your sweater, it would kind of lay flat. And then you don't have to wear the hood if you have a hat. Look at that. Isn't this cool? I thought this is just ended up being very, very neat. And yeah, this seems to be a little awkward, but because it's not a shawl, it's really just a scarf. So I could, do one of these numbers. I could pin it. I could get a pin and just do that. Put it under. I usually put it under something. Is how I do it when I wear my jackets and my scarves. I put them, then I put my jacket over it, cover my neck. So yeah, now I have the hat to match. So yeah, I had not showed you the finished scarf. I finished that. And then what happened was I had the leftover yarn. And when Camille was doing her thing, I said, oh, you know what? They're using thick yarn. What do I have sitting here near me that I can grab? I had Honey Bunny. So I decided to do the Honey Bunny. And I ended up doing all the colors. So it would match all the colors in the hat or in the scarf. So there we go. I did get to play in the game, sort of, kind of, sort of. Definitely wasn't done in 2 hours. But yeah, this is nice. This is gonna be nice little winter. This is gonna be the rest of my winter. I'm gonna be using this one. And it's nice and soft. The hat's not double crochet, so it's not too hot. The scarf was done in double, and I did the hood in, I believe, half double because it would be thicker and warmer. So the hood is denser. It could even be single. I don't know. But yeah, I did it on purpose so it would be denser than the project. So yeah, not sure. So okay. Yeah, I thought I'd show you that since that had to do with the crochet party last night. I made a hat and then it matches the scarf I made that I finished that I've never shown you. So I'll show you another one that I'm making right now. My Celestia shawl is coming along. I have balled up all kinds of little balls. Each one of these, I don't know how much is on it, but the normal size ones are about 3 rows of windows on this shawl. So I started doing it the way it was supposed to be done. I started the V-stitch, but it was becoming too complicated for me to remember and not screw up. So what I did was, after the first color, I did the windows, and then I switched to just plain straight trebles. So what I'll end up doing is I have the same kind of faux fur in a pink, and I'll be putting that on this shawl. Nobody will even notice I did this. Nobody will even notice this first row was going to be a V, or was going to be a chevron. So I started, what I'm doing is choosing a color that's similar to the last one that I used. So the first one has some dark reds and pinks, and the next one has some pinks and orange and yellows. Next one has yellows and greens and blues, and the next one is yellows and oranges, and the next one's going to be like dark reds, and because I have a lot of stuff that has red in it, so I'm switching over to the bright reds. So isn't this turning out cool? I'm just doing as much as I can so I don't run out of the ball. I ended up getting three window rows out of that one, 2 out of the middle one, and 3 out of the top one. So they're not all going to be exactly the same. And this yarn that I'm using for the base color is Deluxe DK Superwash. It's a pale pink, but I also have this same thing It's called starfish, but I have the same thing in like a lavender, which I may use on the other half of the scarf when I switch to the blues and the purples. Huh? Doesn't that sound neat? So I'll use this one on this half. And then as I get to the other colors, the purples and the dark blues and the blacks, I'm going to use the other one. I think that'll look very interesting. So yeah, this is long waist. I mean, this is the narrow waist. It's going to be going longer. And then what I may end up doing is turning this into one of those ponchos that you connect as a rectangle. So it's not really a shawl, but it'll be like a shawl poncho. It'll go like this, and then the other part of it'll come over and connect to it. And I'll have the faux fur on it, and I'll have to make a hat to match, you know. And it could be any of this. What I'll probably do is maybe the purple and the pink would be good. If I use those as the base color, make a hat out of the purple and the pink. Wouldn't that be neat? Then that would match the shawl. That would be great. But I won't know. That'll be for a while. And there are a lot of ends. Yes, there are indeedy. So I don't know what I'm going to do at the ends yet because the yarn's quite thin. If I do a couple borders on it, I might be able to kind of work over them because they're knotted. They're not going nowhere, but they are knotted and they need to be disappeared. But yeah, so far this is what it is. So I know some of you are working on it. So if you've been working on it, go ahead and talk about it or let us know what you're doing. I got the 3 sections done and I'm starting on my 4th, and the 4th is going to be this orange and yellow. Relax. Get off of here. He's trying to get my attention. So, okay, guys, that is my video for today. So far, I have other things to put up, but I haven't got anything ready. And I will see you. I'll see you later. Enjoy your day. Bye.